Is there something that you learned in that process from your director?
Actually, he allowed me to just be myself. The numbers were so high, don't touch the idiot. In fact, I had my pipe filled with in the other room. Don't touch them. Don't. I mean, as long as those numbers are high, who gives a shit? So for any program director, I mean, we were talking about great numbers, and I'll never forget when I left KGW. They had over 600 phone calls in a minute. Where's Uncle Don? What happened, to Uncle Don? And I keep ending. What was I did? I was honest, the essence of the moment, and to be there and to know all of us are just trying to make the best for life.
And you shared your life.
Oh,
because
yes.
here, as a high school student, is what I remember, and I mentioned that to you
Yeah.
on the phone. I remember you talked a lot about a son named Jason,
Yes.
and there was a point, I believe, where you moved to Eagle Creek, a farm,
No,
or
I married this. This is my third marriage, and I married this woman, and she says, "I want to be a horse trainer." So we quickly found St. Paul. Moved over, went to St. Paul, and here I am. Well, she buys her first horse, and he comes up lame.
oh,
She was just living a dream, but at that particular time, married, I want her to have her dream. So I lived that. And I owned a horse named Ernie for about a year. And I quickly found out the worst thing you could do is feed a horse oats before you try to drive him. because, but that was my country thing.
yeah,
That was my country thing. We're taping this in a marvelous dead-end street in the middle of Beaverton, quiet as heck. I mean, I live in utopia.
yeah.
I mean, it sounds so simplistic as you hear this, but I'm living a dream. I've created this reality. And it sounds crazy, but every day is a miracle to me.
That's beautiful.
I just know that. I would like other people to know that, but I know that people live by fear.
Yeah.
Fear gets people into a state of anxiety, and then you have commercials selling them something so so they can get rid of their anxiety.
Yeah.
There is a wonderful course called There Is No Way to Love. Love is the way. And so many people, see, I don't know if it's being an elder or wise, but I quickly found out stuff does not bring you happiness. And yet a lot of people believe it. A lot of people believe that their personality or their ego, what they are. I mean, when I was between bookings, I delivered the Oregonian for about a year and a half.
Early in the morning in your
Yeah,
car?
yeah, in the car. You know, I was delivering the news
Yeah.
because I was changing. I wanted to be a coach. I wanted to teach people about communications. And I'm smart enough to know that you don't do it overnight. So it took a while. And then I got a couple of gigs and I left the paper route. But I'll never forget delivering the Oregonian.
Wow.
Uncle Don delivering the paper. And I've got pictures of that showing me going there and doing that. But what's the difference?
Yeah.
I get up in the morning, have a couple of totes, and then go out and deliver the news.
And so I think you said that same thing about going on the air.
Oh, yes.
I get in there and
Get on the air, have a couple of hits, feel relaxed, feel high, and just go there. Hello, this is your Uncle Don on KGW. Have yourself a great day, and remember, baby, love yourself and pass it on.
tell me, I've heard a story, I think from two people. Tell me, what did standing on your head in the control room do for you?
Well, I went to a place called Esalen, which is in California. Went there for a couple of weeks. Actually, it was supposed to help you control your ki or chi. I still study Tai Chi, yoga. See, every one of us has an energy within us. It can, and it's hard to explain it. It's called chi or ki. And standing on my head, I was looking to become enlightened. And now I have found out that you can be enlightened. One day you're an asshole, the next day you're enlightened. And I'll never forget that, because I always thought that if I got enlightened enough, that I would always be in the state of nirvana. No, baby. We're here. Your problems are your greatest teachers. Bless your problems. And that's what I'm doing.
I love it. Because that was one of the things Bruce said today. He goes,
Yeah.
I walk in, and Uncle Don is standing on his head.
Yeah, I know.
And he goes, I tried not to be shocked, you know. But see, there was a purpose. Okay.
Yeah, but the purpose of it is basically, again, there's the energy. Like before you came here, I did some Tai Chi. Tai Chi is your energy. You're working with your chi or your ki. We all have this energy. You could call it soul. You could call it whatever you want, but it's an energy that you can't see or feel. It's inside.
Yeah.
And the way to get into that energy is come from your heart.
All right.
That's what I did.
Is there a certain highlight to your time at KGW? Certain thing where you just go, I mean, that was a great thing, or a week, or a time, or a promote, I don't know, whatever.
It was the day that we decided to play rock and roll music, and the first book came out, and we blew the heck out of kissing.
Big rating party in the general manager's
Oh, I
office?
know, it was good. All the salespeople are going. And then on top of that, I used to sing this thing in the morning. How's your mom? How's your dad? How's your old wazoo? And then one of the salespeople came in and said, do you know what the wazoo means? And it was your penis.
Oh, no. I was
But I
thinking
didn't
it
know.
was some sort of musical
But I didn't know that
instrument.
in the South they don't call that. They call it, how's your mother? How's your dad? How was your old wazoo? And he said, you can't sing that on the air. And I said, well, why not? You know, in the South they'd know what a wazoo was, but they didn't have it there. You know, there was a time when Nixon was supposed to come to town, and they had a thing called Vortex. And so here I am in Vortex, standing naked. If they only knew that their morning man was there. You know, it's the first time I see a guy walking around with a balloon tied to his penis and naked women. But the governor was so smart. Get all the hips out of town. And he did. The police never bothered anybody. There was food. It was marvelous. It was a fantastic thing to do. And it was called,
Park, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
it was Vortex.
Yeah.
And it was just unbelievable to see a beautiful woman with no bra on walking past you and going, heaven, I'm in heaven.
Did you talk about that on the air?
No, not too much. I didn't want that. But I talked about a lot of other things. And I'm still talking about those things.